Hey, good day. We're gonna work on 2-2. So 2-2 notes, quick 3-4 note cards that should be review, and then we will move forward. So first one is acute angle. Alright, and then I'm going to construct a couple acute angles. One is like that, and then we'll tilt one over here and maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and then we will, let's call this angle 1 and call this AB. So acute is less than 90 degrees. Okay. Acute is small. Think of a little puppy dog. Acute. Acute is small. Less than 90 degrees. Okay, that is that guy. Next one we are doing right angle. Let's draw some right angles. And to say that it's right, we need to include that. Okay, so let's call this angle 2 and this angle DEF. So, right angles, 90 degrees exactly. It might be spelled wrong, so I would right click on that in Word to make sure it wasn't. 90 degrees exactly, and it is right because it is straight vertical. So it is the right construction to use when you're building a house. You use right angles for the studs and walls when you frame stuff in, or else you get a crooked house, which is no good. That's right. Obtuse is the next one. Okay. Obtuse angle. Let's draw some obtuse angles. One like this. And we'll draw a crooked obtuse angle. Maybe goes like and we'll call this angle 3. Call that angle HIJ. So obtuse is between 180 and 90 degrees. Okay. And obtuse, see if this will work. So that is that guy. Alright, so Shawshank Redemption, how can you be so obtuse? Out of line, so this is kind of wider than normal or broader. Okay, so there you go. There are those three. There's one more that we've covered before, so I'm not going to make one for it now, but just you should have this straight angle. Okay, so you should have one for straight angle, right? And that's just a straight line. So it's 180 degrees. Okay, we'll call that A, B, C. Okay, so those are our 3.5, and again, you should have straight from before. Okay, let's look at some problems, and we're going to do some math. So let's take a look at this. This is on the test, reflecting from last year. This was possibly the hardest thing on the new test, so I really want to make sure this is well covered and students are comfortable with it, because when you practice it, kind of the scariness and the difficulty goes away. But there's some verbiage here that's a little weird, so let's cover it. So we want to convert these from turn to degrees and degrees to turn. So to convert from degrees to turn, we just make it out of the number of degrees in a circle. So this is going to be 30 over 360. And then we just reduce. 10 goes into each, so the zeros are gone, and I'm left with 3 over 36. 3 goes into each one, so you get 1 over 12. Now, is that acute, obtuse, right, or straight? I would just look at the degree. So I wouldn't worry about the turn, because that's just one more thing to memorize. 30 degrees is obviously acute, and if you're struggling with it, just draw a 30-degree angle. It's small. Okay, so acute. Now let's convert the other way. 1/6 turn to degrees, and I think this was the part that students had a problem with. 1/6. It's 1/6 of 360. So of is multiply, so it's 1 over 6 times 360. And that's really like 360 over 1. So when you multiply straight across, and you get 360 over 6. And 6 goes into 360 60 times. So that is 60 degrees. And again, referencing this acute, right, obtuse, straight, it is acute. A couple more. Let's do 135. So 135, it's a degree, so to take it to turn, we just do out of the whole. So 135 over 360. Okay. 5 goes into each one of those, and 5 goes into 135 27 times, and 5 goes into 360 72 times. I think 3 goes into each one of those as well, so I'm going to try that. And I get 3 goes into 27 9 times, and 3 goes into 24 or 72 24 times. And I think 3 goes into both of those things again. So now I've got 3 over 7. sorry, 3 over 8. My bad. Okay, so 3 over 8. Now, let's look at that. What is it? Acute, right, obtuse, straight. Well, 135 degrees. If we look at our note cards, or we just remember, stop being so obtuse. Between 180 and 90 is obtuse. So that's obtuse. Okay. 7/8 turn. 7/8 of 360. All right, 7/8 of 360. So that's just 7 over 8 times 360 over 1. So I'm going to actually use a calculator for this. I want to show you that method as well. So you got to make sure you put the 7 over 8 in parentheses. So 7 divided by 8 times 360 is 315. Okay. So there's a little bit of a problem with that. So let's take a look and see what's going on with that. Alright, I reflected a little bit on this, and let's just leave it here. I didn't see any of these problems where that was over a half, because 315 is hard to quantify in terms of it's not really obtuse, acute, or straight, or right. So let's just leave it there and show the process. But let's look at like 11 then. Okay. So again, process 4 over 9 times 360 over 1. And again, I defer to the calculator. And I get 160. Excuse me. So that's 160 degrees, which is greater than 90, so that's obtuse. Okay. So that's that. Descriptions, just draw this, and we did this on the note card, so I'm going to skip that, but did an acute angle, GPZ, and we did that right here. I just labeled it ABC instead of GBC, but you should have that. Alright, let's get some of these, and this was kind of more of the stuff that maybe was a struggle. Find the measure of each angle in degrees. So same kind of thing we were doing yesterday. I'm just going to count the total number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 16 of them. And just, I always encourage you to write on tests and quizzes and homework, because it helps. It helps me. I'm very visual. I like to see things. So I've got 2 out of 16, which I can use. I could also reduce that to 1 out of 8. So I need to find the measure in degrees. So 1 out of 8 times 360. And again, I'm going to use the calculator just because it's never wrong, right? So I'll